Welcome everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, The Kickstarter. And today, because it's the end of 2024, what I wanted to do was kind of talk about key customer success metrics, some ways to actually measure your success from the calendar year, and how you can actually use those to your advantage as you talk about how you were a key individual contributor in the previous year, setting yourself up for success to have those one-on-one conversations with your manager and making sure you're hitting your goals for 2025 and really setting yourself up for either promotion, bonus, or whatever it may be. Now, again, what you want to be doing constantly, probably usually what I'll do is like once a month, but really probably quarterly, is I will go over either my snapshot, my renewals, my expansions, my churn, my numbers, and go over kind of saves, wins, accounts to have that historical record in a Word document, in my CRM, and on a personal kind of Excel tracker to make sure that everything is dialed in, locked in, so I can have those conversations at top of mind as well. This is also pretty key too, to have these kind of success stories as you're going through. That way, if you ever were to have opportunities for outside employment or careers, you're not really kind of fishing for these examples and these stories. You have them top of mind. That way you have a database and a warehouse where you can actually pull these stories. So without further ado, let's get in here. And I just have a quick little overview that I think will kind of shed some of those details. Perfect. Oh, sorry. So again, we're wrapping up 2024. It's the perfect time again to talk about customer success metrics as that year comes to a close. It's the ideal moment to reflect on your performance. Now, what we really want to, kick up things off by saying, if you can't measure it, you really can't improve it. Metrics aren't just numbers on a dashboard. They're your transparent scorecard, your compass for spotting opportunities or red flags. Now, really, why do metrics matter? They boost confidence and credibility. They validate your role. They increase visibility. And they help identify problems early. And finally, they help you make you stand out in interviews. If you're on the job hunt, metrics are a powerful way to showcase your impact and position. Now, there might be some certain metrics that we'll get into in the slide, NRR, GRR, renewal rate, that you want to basically have. You want to have those stories that align accordingly that you can showcase to your manager during your one-on-ones. So really, NPS measures customer loyalty and satisfaction. This is a key one, and I actually use this one a lot in my WeWork days and really now as well. It's really going to show promoters and detractors, and that way it gives you an identifiable outreach for clients and really other key members, points of contact that maybe aren't adopting the product, or maybe that are confused, or maybe they are detractors. That way you can get ahead of them ahead of time. My company sends these out quarterly. Your company might be different, but this is definitely a key metric that you want to see how you actually performed quarter by quarter. Were you hitting that established number? Did you improve your established number? And from the maybe comments, were you able to actually make improvements, bubble those things up, and advocate on behalf of your customer to the product team and others internally? And really, at the end of the day, this one is going to be crucial for your career, and it's really a crucial SaaS term to know as you move forward. Churn rate. Now, really, the percentage of customers who stop using your product or service during a specific period, right? So really, you have gross churn and kind of like a net churn, right? And your gross churn might be like your total one, and your net might be adding, expansions and detractors or downsells in that period. It indicates how effectively you are retaining customers. So this is something that you as a customer success manager are going to need to know forwards and backwards, in and out. And you're going to want to know how you are doing compared to your churn goal and how you're really stacking up against your teammates as well. I like to do this to make sure I'm benchmarking my goal against obviously the goal that's established for my segment, but also how I'm doing compared to my other individual contributors on my team to make sure I'm stacking up accordingly. Renewal rate. So this is going to be very similar. It's going to be the percentage of customers who choose to continue your product or service. So this is going to really understand you as a customer success manager. What is the percentage of people that are renewing? And really, it shows how satisfied customers are and their willingness to continue their relationship with you. NRR. Again, this is another big one. You have ARR, you have NRR. ARR is going to be your aggregate on the whole year. NRR is basically your net after downsells or expansions. measures the revenue generated from existing customers for a specific period of time. Now, I like this one, and a lot of, you know, managers and companies will like NRR better because NRR is sort of more of a direct impact, right? Indicates the impact customer success efforts, revenue growth. This is going to be a trend in 2025 where ARR is your total amount, right? So if your ARR is $300,000, great. NRR is something that you can actually track from a quarter to quarter basis, and you can say, like, how much impact after downsells, expansions, because people are going to leave, they're going to drop modules, or things are going to happen within that time period or with that quarter. But so if your NRR is higher than the goal, or it's higher than your teammates, or you generated a massive NRR number at the end of the year, you're going to be extremely valuable to that company. And it's extremely important to understand how you got that, the success stories behind that, and how you can communicate that effectively to your manager. Gross churn. So again, gross churn is going to be another one. If your gross churn is 10%, it means you are losing 10% of revenue each month. So again, this is another way to just, visualize and showcase churn. You're going to want to know what your actual churn measurable number that you're trying to attain. You're going to want to make sure you're underneath that for your total churn for the entire year. Churn and ARR and NRR are going to be probably your biggest ones as you're going through your customer success journey. And it's really something, if you are on the job hunt, that you want to showcase to hiring managers and recruiters, that you understand these terms. You can actually showcase stories that relate to these terminologies, and you can show examples of that you positively impacted these numbers as well. So there you have it, everyone. So what I will do is I will go through these metrics and these numbers, and I'll actually put them on a spreadsheet, and then I'll add saves or customer examples to basically back up these examples. And I'll benchmark it against my actual segment as well to see where I ranked with these numbers. That way I can have it for myself moving forward, but I can also have these wins to be as an example for my manager during one-on-ones moving forward. So hopefully these were helpful. Again, follow me for more, and always follow me on LinkedIn for any more tips or ways I can help. Thank you. Happy New Year.